Hi meow, what is up you guys? I am Miki and today I'm doing my first update for the A to Z pan project for the year 2019. If you haven't already viewed my intro, I will be putting it up in the iCards for viewing pleasure if you're interested. And if you haven't already, I'd love it if you hit subscribe. Now let's get into my update. Okay, so I'm going to go in order from A to Z because that makes the most sense. My first A product was the Jelly Pong. This is a liquid highlighter. Looks like that, and you rub it in. I've actually been using this all over the face under my foundation. I saw people doing that with the Cover FX drops, and I was like, I wonder if that actually makes a difference. And I kid you not, you guys, I feel like it really makes a difference. I feel like putting highlighter under your foundation, the days where I do that, it really does make my foundation look smoother and makes it look more dewy. And I don't think it's in my head because I've seen it over and over. I put on my foundation without it and then I put on my foundation with it, and I really do think it makes a difference. You guys should try it and see if your foundation looks better when you put highlighter under it, because I feel like it really does. This pink line up here, if you can see, that's where we were last time, and then this little blue line here is where we are now. It's not a ton of progress, but it's enough progress. This is an all-year product, so I'm happy with the progress I've made in this so far. For my B product, I picked the L'Oreal Paris Magic BB Cream. I don't really like this cream. This is in the color medium, and it's just too orange and dark for me. If I had picked one that was more my skin tone, I probably would like it. Basically, it's a cream, and when it comes out, it's white, and it's got these like little specks in there, and then you rub it in, and it magically transforms. It magically transforms into a darker color, but it just has little specks of pigment in there, which I don't really know what the point of that is, but that's how they do it. It's kind of difficult because you can't apply this with a beauty blender. You have to actually rub it in with your fingers, which is fine if you like rubbing your BB cream in with your fingers. I prefer using a beauty blender to do all my kind of foundation, face, BB cream type stuff. So for that reason, it's not my favorite, and I would not be repurchasing this. This product was completely full when I first started this project, and now we're actually down here. So we're making a lot of headway with this product, and I'm quite happy with the progress so far. My third product is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. I don't think I've used this at all this month, and unfortunately, because it is in a black container, I cannot track my progress. It still feels like it's maybe like a half to a third full, so we're still at the same place we were last month. For D, I actually have an empty. This is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Instant Wrinkle Relaxing Cream. I don't know if this actually worked because it was such a small sample. As you can see, that pink line right there, that's where we were last month, so there wasn't a lot in this sample to begin with, and that's literally all that came in this sample. Like, we have this much of a tube, but this much product, it's not a lot. So I don't know if it works or not, but I used it and it's gone now, so I'm glad to be moving it out of this project. The next product is this e.l.f. Shimmering Highlighting Powder. My guess is because it says it's a highlighting powder and it's in the shade Bronze Glow, and because it is so dark, I'm guessing this is for deeper skin tones, and obviously I am pale, but I was going to try to use it as a bronzer because I also have an e.l.f. bronzer that looks a lot like this. Like, it's very shimmery, and it's not the exact same shade, but it's very close. So I thought maybe this would work as like a shimmery bronzer. I just find that this is too shimmery for me, and I mean, I'm going to keep it in this project, and I'm going to try to use it as best I can. I don't know if I will prefer using it in the summer when maybe I feel more comfortable looking very shimmery. I don't know. We'll have to see. My goal for this is just to hit pan in it. So I think we can do that, but I don't enjoy using it, and I haven't been using it that much. My product for F is the Freeze 24 Anti-Aging Eye Serum. I just use this every day. This is not my favorite eye serum because the consistency of this reminds me of mucus. or the residual slime that snails leave behind. So that's not a pretty picture, and it's got that, like, it's gross. It's just gross. So for that reason, I don't really like it. I just don't like the consistency of it. I don't know any difference between any of my other eye creams, of course, but I just, yeah, I don't like the consistency. So I'll be glad to get this out of my collection and move on to something else I do prefer using. As you can see up here with the pink, that's where we were last month. And then down here with the blue, that's where we are now. So I would say maybe in a couple months, we'd be able to get this out of the project and move on. For G, we have the Glamglow Gravity Mud Firming Treatment. This is a very silver mask. I enjoy using this mask, but I don't know if it actually makes like a huge difference or not. I have about one application left. If you can see, like, the pink up here is where we were, and then we're down here now. I put blue there, but it's really hard to see on this purple packaging. But it's just down here. There's about one application left. So I'll be using that this month and getting this out of my collection. And I do like this mask. It's kind of expensive. I think it was around like about $50 when I originally purchased it. I don't know if I would repurchase it or not. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I would or not. We'll see. For H, I have the color Himalia. This is by Nars. And this is just like a kind of like dusty kind of rose gold color. It's pretty. I've only used it a few times, so I haven't gotten that much use out of it yet, but we'll see how it goes. It probably looks about the same as it did last month. I have this Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow. This is in the color In the Spotlight. It's so pretty on the eyes. It just really brightens everything up. It's this peachy, it's just this beautiful peachy color. I really enjoy all the foiled eyeshadows from Makeup Geek, even though sometimes they crease on me. I love using this. I haven't made a ton of progress. I'll show you where I was last month. And then this is where I am now. It's not a lot of progress. For J, I have the Mr. Right Now by the Balm Cosmetics. This is in the color Jac for J. I have used this a few times just under the eye. It doesn't really show up in my waterline, but the blue, or the pink was where I was last month, and now I'm where the blue is. I haven't made a ton of progress in this, but it's all right. I'm going to try to use this up more. I just need to remember, if I put it right under the lower lash line, it'll be gone, but I just keep forgetting. For K, I am using the Kokie Professional Brow Pencil. The more I use this thing, the more I kind of loathe it. I'm so ready to move on to a different brow products. This, as you can see, I am going through this quite nicely. And I'm glad for that because I don't really like this brow product. I will not be repurchasing this brow product. I want to try another different brow product. I feel like out there isn't anything awesome. There isn't anything where I've just been like, wow, this is my one and only. This is where I will go forever. Now this is my holy grail. I don't have that kind of relationship with any kind of brow product I use. Sometimes I get to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good, but I've never been blown away by a brow product. I don't know if that's because my expectations are too high or just I'm not trying the right things. I've tried a lot of things, so I don't know what it is, but the pink is where I was last month, and then this blue down here, as you can see, this is where I am now. For L, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer Base. I cannot tell you where I am with this, but I haven't been using it that much. I feel like currently with the mascara that I'm using, it's kind of drying up a little bit, so when I use this and then try to go over it with my mascara does not fully coat it very easily. So I think I'm going to wait until I open a new mascara to really try to get good use out of this. It's okay. I feel like I get the same effect from this as if I were wearing two mascaras, so I don't know. It's fine. I don't mind wearing two different mascaras, so it's about the same. For M, I'm using the MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime. The pink is where I was last month, and then the black is where I am now. I use this almost every day, but seriously, I don't use this to kind of set my whole makeup like it's intended. I actually use this to foil my eyeshadows. So that's why there hasn't been like a ton of use out of this, but I'm not really trying to use this up. I just basically have it in this project because I know I am going to use it up. So the next product I have is the Nars Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I haven't been using this a ton. I've been working on my Loreal eyeshadow primer because I found that the Loreal, it just dries up so quickly. The few times that I have used this, I've found that it feels to me like it doesn't have a lot of product in here. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how much use we're gonna get out of this. I've used it about 3 times so far, and it's not dried up yet. I'm not saying that. I just don't get like a ton of product on the little doe foot applicator when I apply it. So it makes me think maybe there's not a lot of product in here, but it also could just be like the stopper is keeping a ton of product from coming out all at once. That could be all it is. We'll see how long this lasts. I'm curious to see how long it will last. I wish we did have some kind of clue as to how much product was left in here, but we really don't. For O, I have another empty. So we've got 2 empties this month. This is the Ole Henriksen Truth Sugar Glow Polishing Mask. Basically, this was like an orange clear polishing mask, and it had what looked like cayenne or red pepper flakes and like sugar and things. I don't remember what it was in here, but basically I just felt like this was like an exfoliating mask. Like you put it on, you left it on for a little bit, and then you kind of exfoliated. But the problem that I have with most exfoliators, this included, is that the actual like granular type product in your exfoliation stuff, it's not fine enough for me. I really like a fine exfoliation, and this was chunky. So, I mean, it was fine. It's like my other exfoliation stuff, but I prefer more finely granulated specs in my exfoliation products. For P, I have the Piquant Star Looks. This is a liquid lipstick. It's a pretty liquid lipstick on me. I haven't used it that much this month because it kind of got stuck in my purse and I forgot about it. And unless I really think about it, I'm not going to put on dark lipstick. I'm not a lip product person. I don't always reapply my lip product. Once I put on my lip product for the day, I kind of forget about it. We'll see how far we can get in this. I don't even see any progress so far, so I can't tell you like where we are because it looks like nothing. I'm hoping if I use this a lot, we'll be able to see, but I don't know because of the consistency of this product whether we'll actually be able to see progress or not. I'm really hoping we can, but I cannot make any promises. For Q, we have the Trestique. There's a Q in there. Aspen Pine. This is an eyeshadow crayon cream kind of product. The pink is where we were last month, and then this blue down here is where we are now. I've been putting this in my outer V. The problem that I've been having is, even though it's very pigmented, it's really hard to kind of like blend out, and it's really hard to even put eyeshadow on and then blend that out. I'm just having a difficult time incorporating this basically with my powder products is the problem. Other than that, it's fine. Like I do actually enjoy using this. Okay, for R, I'm just going to put a picture. It's the Soap and Glory Righteous Butter. I haven't used it at all this month, so it's exactly where it was last month. It is hiding out somewhere in my room probably. I can't remember where. I'm always losing things in my pan projects, but it's here somewhere. It'll turn up like everything else does, but I haven't used it at all this past month. For S, we are going into the Alice Through the Looking Glass. I'm just going to show you really quick. It's Salazin Grom. I have not made any progress in this shade whatsoever. Also, here's T, which is for Time. I also have not made any progress in this. I have been using other eyeshadows in other projects and also in this one instead of using those. So I'm just focusing on those other eyeshadows right now, and I just haven't really been using these. For you, I'm using Underground right here, and I think I used this once, but that's about it. I hope to use it more in this next coming month, but we'll have to see. For V, I've got Venom in this project. This is an okay shade, and I have used it quite a few times. I can see a little bit of a dip, but I don't think you guys will be able to see a little bit of a dip. Yeah, it's okay. It's an okay shade. I guess I don't have anything more to say about it. For W, I have Whimsical, which I've only used once. This is a Makeup Geek shade, and again, this is another foiled shade. This is where I was last month, and then here I am now. It probably looks about the same, but I've only used it once. So for X, I am using Phoenix right here. I don't think I've used this at all this month. So yeah, it just hasn't gotten any use out of it. For Y, I've got the shade YDK, which I've used, I think, twice this month. So not a lot of use out of this one either. And then for Z, I've been using the shade Zero, which I think we'll see in a couple months. We'll start seeing more progress. This is just a black shade that I do enjoy putting into my outer V just to darken things up a bit. And I have been using it, but it's hard to see. But I think in a couple months, we'll definitely start seeing some progress in this. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy following this project pan. This is a really fun project pan of mine. If you are also doing the A to Z project pan, let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to see how much progress you've made in your project. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.